Hey everyone, it's Louis, and I'm happy to be back here presenting the roadmap of XBorg for the first part of 2026. So H1 roadmap for XBorg. Our focus this year is 100% on products, revenues, and distributing that value back to holders. In 2024, 2025, what we would call the crypto bull run, we would internally allocate resources in what I would call the cosmetics of crypto and our company, which is how to try and fit into the right narrative, talk to the right KOL, try and build narratives. But we're not doing this in 2026. Our sole focus across the whole team is building products, making revenues, and distributing that to investors. In fact, if a team member is not contributing directly to this success, that team member has no value to us at XBorg. And it's a pretty big change. Across the board, we've set an ambitious target, which is why we wake up every day. It's 100 million annual recurring revenue by 2030. So might seem like it's far from here, but 4 years from now, it's actually not that far in. And that means that this year we really have to show meaningful revenue that will be shared to you guys as investors. AI is making product development so much faster. We've got the right distribution in the gaming industry and esports industry, and we've got the right team. We've got the right mindset to iterate fast, create new things, and try new things. So we'll definitely not take this target for granted. We have to work insanely hard to make this happen, but we believe that it's achievable, and we have the right attitude for it. So let's go straight into the roadmap now. Fanbase, our legacy product. So Fanbase being the apps that we build for the consumer brands, whether that's esports, music, sports industry. 2025 was a poor year in growth, and that explains also why Copilot came to the table. But we went from 3 clients to 7 clients, 2 live apps to 5 live apps in 2025. We're increasing the pace though. We've improved the product, we've improved the business development in a way that things happen much faster. In Q1, we have 5 apps going live. It goes live with Cloud9, Team Vitality, Shifters, Loud, but also Alan Walker. Alan Walker being the artist that most of you might have heard about. You can go on YouTube, type Alan Walker. You'll see this guy does great stuff. It's a first, not the first that we've signed, but it's the first that we announced that outside of esports. And that's our focus for Fanbase. The product is great. We've had great feedback. Team Liquid, for example, increased their engagement by 37%, if I'm correct, and we've got great words from G2 and Cloud9 about the product. And I think here on the screen, you might see quotes of the executive team of these companies. We've had no team or no contract churn. That means all the teams that got on board stayed on board and renewed the contracts and kept paying, which is good. So the product works well, and it's got, we're clearly answering a problem that is in the market. The issue was with how much we're able to replicate this success that we had with Team Liquid, for example, and ability to scale to other markets. So Alan Walker is the first iteration. Focus today is in the sports industry. So we've made a lot of progress on how we do business developments, on automation, but also hired new people in the business development industry. So things now are happening much faster. The target for Fanbase is 25 new clients and profitability across this unit. That means that the engineers that are working on this product, business development team, design team, that should be offset by the revenues and more. 25 might not seem like a big target, but this software is enterprise-grade software, meaning that the contracts are of high value, but also means that we have to take great care of the clients. Like we're talking Fortune 500 type clients, and so you need to have dedicated engineers. You need to do some consulting work for them, and so it takes a lot of time to actually do this. But in terms of revenues, it's very meaningful for us. In fact, is the most revenue generating unit of XBorg. Feature-wise, specifically for Fanbase, what to be on the lookout for. One is governance. Governance means the ability for fans to have a lot more control over the brands that they look up to. I think with AI, it's going to be a lot more prevalent that fans and your community being the distribution is very meaningful for brands. And we believe that fandom and the trend for valuing fans a lot more is going to evolve, and governance goes towards that. The other aspect that will boost engagement across the apps is the prediction markets. So we will embed prediction market systems like Polymarket or Kalshi directly within the app. And we believe that betting on certain outcome is a way in which you show how much of a fan you are and how much of a believer you are in certain outcomes for certain companies. The cool thing about this, and we've had a lot of comments on, is your tech replicable, or how can someone vibe code your product? The thing is, we own the distribution. Like we've got the 2-year partnerships or deals with the esports teams and companies, and that means they're pretty much locked in. And when it comes to, for example, apps like Polymarket, what matters is their distribution. Is how do you get the markets to be put in the front of the people that are interested in betting there. And we own the distribution. That means we own like the market for the fans of certain teams and brands. And that's a pretty unique feat. Like you can't just vibe code an app and serve it to Coca-Cola. I take this as a random example, but you obviously need enterprise deals for that. And so that as a business is not replicable. At least in the short term. What's coming as well is more integrations with Instagram, TikTok, for example. Something that you're not going to see as a user, but you see as an admin, is the AI CMS, so the ability to create the admin side on autopilot. So that means creating new quests, engaging, etc. All of that is AI powered. And some other aspects is, for example, the Shopify integration and things that are a bit more about cosmetic on the app. So ability to create a custom front end as an admin so that the white label apps don't look like the same. Now we move into the Copilot. Copilot being the product I'm most excited about at XBorg. And the way you have to understand this product and how it came to be is we understood the problem that esports teams had, and we we worked very hard in how to solve that in the most efficient way possible, and that's how this AI assistant for creator came to be. It's in fact an assistant that can be applied to more than creators, but we're starting with creators, which is, by the way, a much bigger market than what we're used to, i.e. the esports industry. And that's launching, that's pretty much launched as you see this video, and we're on this phase 1. We're taking a phased approach. So 0 to 100, that's where we are now, and that's 0 to 100 creators I'm speaking about. The way we get there is with our network. So creators of esports teams that we're partnering with. Goal is to collect feedback and make sure we create the best product possible. As we put this product to 100 creators, we collect the feedback, we improve the app, and we keep doing this until the product is great. And that's phase 1. Phase 2, and that's all happening within the quarter. It's 100 to 1,000. The way we get there is with product hunts, outbound strategies, but also partnerships with talent agencies. Like if you want to reach out to a content creator, you usually don't DM that creator first, but you have to go through the businesses behind those creators. And third phase is 1,000 to 10,000, and that's still within the quarter. And so 10,000 is going to be our end of the H1 target for this product. But that's still a massive amount of users. Like 10,000 creators is a huge feat. And the way we get there is by scaling on the things that we were doing previously on the 100 to 1,000, i.e. content creator agencies, product-led growth, network effects, and also founder-led content, which will double down massively for this product. It's going to be an interesting endeavor because this product does not serve Web3. Like, we're very much in the bigger world, Web2 world. It's a much broader market, but one where we're fairly new to. Although most of the non-tech teams, team members worked on similar products or like Web2 SaaS in the past. But it's a product we're very excited about, and you'll be able to see the live progress on our website. As far as feature specific for Copilot, so integrating new platforms is going to be key, like Meta, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Ability for creators to have custom models. So we're using obviously AI for this platform, and so the way the prompts are interpreted, you'll be able to change the different models. You'll be able to see analytics about your community, the ability to know how your community feels in real time and to get further analytics into where your community is most active, etc. That's all coming. The ability to build custom copilots. The way the product works is you have different copilots that are trained to do something specific. It could be to write a post on X, or it could be to interact with your community on Discord. And you'll have the ability to scale that to as many verticals as you want. So building those custom copilots is going to be a massive unlock for the new features of the Copilot. You'll have a link to Fanbase apps, and that's going to be interesting, is the ability to link your Copilot to Fanbase. We believe that the two products will be able to interact at some point. The Copilot being a self-service product, and then if someone's really interested, then they can opt in for, we can upsell essentially the Fanbase apps, which I think is interesting. Talent agencies will have a dedicated feature to do multi-creator management, the ability to manage multiple profiles at the same time, and we'll have also specialized agents. And here I will cite a few, but for example, we'll have content repurposing agent, the ability to take content that already works and redistribute it across other platforms. An agent that's about your community health, so the ability to understand what's going well within your community and what's not going well, and the ability to engage accordingly. The ability to do what we call super fan engagement. So we believe that, as I said earlier, fans will take a lot more space and will be more important, and super fans as well. And so the ability to do customized content and deliver customized messages for your top fans. One that's interesting is the brand partnerships. So the ability to do, as a creator, you're making money through brands that pay you to advertise a product or a service. So the ability to, as an AI, to understand what's the likely brand that is to support you and sponsor you. So accordingly, the AI would do direct pitches to those brands so that this will increase your revenue as a creator. And that's some of the custom agents that we're building that we think will add tremendous value to the product. Next, and that's the last product that we know of today that's built by the XBorg team, is Propr. Propr, I would say, is the new kid in the block. It's one venture that I'm personally heading. And we're launching Propr in the first part of this year, specifically Q1 for paper trading and Q2 for the complete feature set for the prop firm. Before that, I might just as well remind you what Propr is. It's a prop firm on Hyperliquid. So what a prop firm is, it's the ability that you as a trader can trade with our own capital and share the profits that are generated. And so that's the bulk of what we're building with Propr. But in addition to this, we believe that a great value proposition for Propr is going to be the trading tools that we're building. So if you're not on our Discord, I invite you to join our Discord, but I've hinted at a new product, which is taking you from an idea to a backtested strategy in a minute. So we'll go into the features more specifically, but Q1, Q2 is still about building, but there will be growth events. One of the growth events that there will be for Propr is going to be a 50K trading competition that will be run on the paper trading engine. It's going to be it's going to take us from like 0 to a few thousand people that follow what we do. And then the other growth strategy is going to be product led, and it's going to be through the tools that we build. Like the first tool I've discussed being the backtesting tool. More specifically on the features for Propr and what to expect for Q1 is to essentially have a feature complete prop firm. So the ability to purchase challenges, the ability to trade on a paper trading engine, but also to trade through Hyperliquid as the execution layer. The great thing about this prop firm is the UX is going to be far superior from the other prop firms, both in terms of trading terminal, but also in terms of instruments, because you'll be able to trade perps as opposed to CFDs on equities, metals, commodities, and crypto. So it's not just a crypto product. Crypto is very much in the background and is running the execution. But as far as the derivatives that you can trade, you'll be able to trade more than just crypto. And it's going to be what I think will be the best UX in the prop firm industry. And that's pretty much how what we want to do in terms of feature for Q2. But by the end of the Q2 is feature complete app. Obviously, you have things like a referral system to do further growth. And as I said, you'll have trading tools. The first tool being the AI backtesting tool, which I can explain a bit further. But for example, some of you might have a thesis. The thesis might be that, and it can be pretty far-fetched, but it can be that, okay, if Mercury is in retrograde, I might want to long Bitcoin. Or if the on-chain activity is picking up, like the number of tokens deployed on Pump Fund is increasing, I want to be long Bitcoin. And you don't know, like you just have an idea and you're like, well, that's cool, but like what's the actual results if we go back in time? Well, that's what the tool tells you, is if you have an idea and you express this vision, you want to know how good it is. And we're doing it quickly. So if you have an idea, you can tell, okay, how it performed in the past and how it's likely going to perform in the future. And the good thing is you'll be able to have signals. So whenever, pump fund activity increases and you've opted in for this, you'll have a signal and you'll be able to trade. We're not sure whether we'll do the live execution, maybe on the prop firm, but that's TBD for now. In terms of growth and the targets for Propr, it's 5,000 paper traders by the end of Q1 and 5,000 challenges purchased by the end of Q2, and that's about 1.2 million of revenue, like ballpark figure that we want to generate for the end of Q2. And that's still going to be the very early days for the prop firm. But I think Copilot is very exciting, but Propr is one where I'm paying a lot of attention to it. One aspect that's important is XBG integrations. Copilot doesn't have XBG integrations. Fanbase has no at this stage, and Propr is going to be the one where natively XBG is going to be embedded, not only on the prop firm itself, but also the tools that surround it, like the backtesting app, plus Propr as a trading terminal will have XBG perks throughout the journey. So the ability, for example, to stake your XBG and unlock a wider universe. So for example, being able to trade Copr before the rest of the traders can, or the ability to have free challenge accounts through the app directly on staking XBG or spending XBG. And we're able and comfortable with it because this product is a trading product. And so people are a lot more inclined to use crypto. And crypto is actually not hindering the growth of the product, but more boosting the growth of the product. And so for that, and that's also why Copilot doesn't have it. But that's why I think Propr is going to be a big supporter of XBG very early on. So that's the roadmap, and that's the end for the H1 roadmap and where we want to go for the first part of the year. It's going to be a big year. We know we're always saying this. We have to be, we're very, internally, we're very excited about where the company is going and the progress that we're making. I understand that the token is down massively, and obviously it doesn't look good from the external eye, but we're making it clear internally that our success is 100% dependent on the product success, and the team is just hands down working very hard. And we want to make sure that the community is also aligned with this. And so as such, by the time we release this, you see the new website. The new website is very much aligned with what I just said today, is we don't want to override narratives and be looking shiny. We don't care about this. We just want to care about product growth and revenues. That's really all that matters. And that's how the website is being positioned. Cool thing is the changelog, the transparency dashboard, and the roadmap directly on the website. So today, if you go on the xborg.com/changelog, you see what's new across all the products that we're building. Propr, Fanbase, Copilot. You see the new features that we're shipping. You see the improvements that we're making, and you also see the dev activity across all of our GitHub repositories. So you see how many commits we do on a daily basis. You see what's happening as we see it in the internal team. Roadmap. The items I've discussed about here, they're posted on the website. You'll see if we're on time, if we're late, and I want that we have full accountability over this. Transparency dashboard is also on the website, along with the targets and projections that we've cited here, but are also on the website. Full transparency on the revenues revenue specifically for Copilot will be live on day one. Revenues for Propr will be live on day one. For Fanbase, we're still figuring out how can we abstract, because we have confidentiality agreement with the team that we work with. So we want to give at least estimates that will be on the website. By the time you see it, it's probably not there yet, but it's going to come. Our goal is to make sure the investors and community is fully aligned with us internally on the fact that the success of XBorg XBG is fully based on the product. So that's it for me today. I hope you like this roadmap. As always, you can discuss about this video, the roadmap. Give any comments on Discord specifically, or just hit me up on X or Discord, and I'd be happy to interact. And yeah. So I wish you a good one, and I see you on the next video.